And we start with breaking news. I want you to take a look. We're tracking two fires tonight. This is a live look from the ABC 10 tower camera showing a fire off there in the distance burning near North Gate on Silver Eagle Road. The fire started around 4 p.m. this afternoon, and Sacramento Fire tells us structures are threatened. The cause of that fire is under investigation. Stay with us for updates on air and online at abc10.com. Good evening, and we do thank you for joining us. I'm Chris Thomas.
I'm Laura Painter. Great to have you here this evening. It is a busy Thursday afternoon, tracking several fires. Let's get to Brendan now. What are conditions looking like for firefighters at this time?
Yeah, we're seeing some breezy conditions at this hour. Winds are on shore, so that is going to bring that humidity up, but still it's dry out there, and these winds are elevating that fire danger. Sustained winds 25 miles per hour through Vacaville, Fairfield, about 20 in Sacramento, 25 or so down in Stockton, and close to 20 in Modesto. Now, when we look at gusts, we're seeing gusts closer to 30 here in Sacramento, 32 in Fairfield, 33 down in Stockton, and 28 in Modesto. So it is breezy out there. It's gusty in some areas. That's helping to push some of these fires around. And humidity is still only in the upper teens to mid-20s across the valley. 26% right now, Sacramento, 22% in Stockton, and 18% down in Modesto. Again, that relative humidity will start to recover here pretty quickly over the next couple of hours because of that onshore flow, but right now it is definitely leading to some elevated fire danger. Thankfully, temperatures aren't really high. We're right near 80, 81 in Sacramento at this hour, 81 in Stockton, and 82 in Modesto. As we go through the evening, we'll be down into the 70s by the time we get towards 8 o'clock tonight. Starting tomorrow off near 50 degrees, and then tomorrow afternoon is going to be one of the cooler afternoons we've had recently in the low 80s, some areas even in the upper 70s. We'll talk more about that and the fire danger coming up later in the show.
Brendan, thank you for that update. And speaking of another fire that we're tracking, this is happening right now. It's a live look. CAL FIRE is battling a brush fire in the area of Midway Road and Patterson Pass in Altamont. Air and ground resources are on scene battling this 262-acre fire. That's where it stands right now. We are told all eastbound and westbound lanes of I-580 between Patterson Pass Road and I-205 are blocked at this time while crews battle this fire. Drivers are asked to find an alternate route. We are tracking this throughout the evening. Stay with us for updates. Meanwhile, California's ban on the sale of new gas-powered vehicles by 2035 is in jeopardy.
Yeah, today the U.S. Senate voted to revoke the waivers that allow California to pursue that goal in the first place. The president now has to sign it, but in a news conference today, California Attorney General Rob Bonta and Governor Gavin Newsom said they plan to sue the Trump administration if and when the waivers are revoked. We also heard from Republican Congressman Kevin Kiley. He wrote the resolutions to withdraw the waivers.
What this act did was allows polluters to pollute and pollute more, impacting you, impacting all of us.
It's a huge victory for sanity. It's a victory for all Californians to defend the basic right to be able to drive a car of your choice rather than one chosen for you by the government.
Coming up at 6:30 on To the Point with Alex Bell, why the state says the way Congress is going about blocking the waivers is unlawful and how California senators are planning to respond.
A man is accused of embezzling tens of thousands of dollars meant for a youth golf nonprofit program in Stockton.
He was just arrested this week, and ABC 10's Gabriel Porras has the latest update.
Law enforcement and prosecutors say they are disappointed.
And you have this person who absolutely took advantage of their position.
For someone to steal money from kids and actually underrepresented, underserved kids is very, very disappointing.
But that's exactly what investigators believe Joseph Smith did while he was executive director of First Tee of San Joaquin.
In March, the First Tee, they reported to our office that they believed that somebody was taking money from that organization. Our investigation unit investigated it. They did find that about $85,000 was embezzled from the organization.
New court documents shedding light on what investigators believe the money was used for. Several Amazon purchases ranging from $300 to $500 each and around $27,000 paid to U.S. Food Service. Nonprofit leaders told investigators their organization doesn't serve food.
So this is somebody who had, unfortunately, that ability to take funds from this and embezzle that money.
Neither Smith nor his attorneys responded to our request for comment. In a search warrant, deputies wrote that while being arrested, Smith told them he, quote, had made mistakes and felt an overwhelming pressure to succeed, which caused him to use First Tee funds for other purposes. In a statement, First Tee of San Joaquin said they were saddened, writing in part, quote, we are dedicated to serving the kids of San Joaquin County through our mission. The board and staff will continue to provide educational programs that build character, instill life-enhancing values, and promote healthy choices through the game of golf as we move forward.
We're working very diligently on this case, seeing if there's any chance of getting this money returned and sending a message in our community that, not on my watch and not with our kids.
In Stockton, Gabriel Porras, ABC 10.
Gabriel, thank you. Smith has been released from jail and he's due back in court next month.
Fire crews are cleaning up after a fire damaged the Cobalt City Market off of Alta Arden. Crews arrived to find smoke pouring from the front door. The fire is now contained, but the building suffered heavy damage. All 6 workers and customers inside got out safely. The cause of the fire is under investigation.
And now to continuing coverage of this small plane crash in San Diego. It left 3 people dead and more than a dozen homes caught on fire.
At least 100 people in the neighborhood were forced to evacuate. Here's the latest now from San Diego.
We got multiple explosions over here. We're doing evacuation. We got multiple houses on fire.
Homes and cars on fire in a San Diego neighborhood where officials say a small plane crashed just before 4 this morning while many people were still sleeping.
There was a crash, there was a big explosion, and I woke up and I looked out the window and there's fire all in front of my house.
Jessica Schrader says with her children trapped inside their home, she had seconds to make a choice.
We yelled for our neighbors. Our neighbors put a gate, a ladder up to their fence. We were able to climb the ladder and jump onto their trampoline to escape.
Authorities say the Cessna 550 jet was likely heading to nearby Montgomery Field when it went down. The pilot never communicated distress. These dramatic images showing where the plane came to rest on the street.
When it hit the street, as the jet fuel went down, it took out every single car that was on both sides of the street on fire.
These residents woke up to an explosion. Both of their cars and their home gone. Ben says despite serving 13 years in the Navy, this was the scariest experience of his life.
I'm not going to live over that flight line again.
Not under a flight,
between
yeah.
here and Montgomery, absolutely not. Flash woke me up, and feeling that immense heat is pretty crazy.
Their children were rescued by neighbor Gilbert Gonzalez.
As I walked up, there was a kid getting, brought over the fence. It was handed down to me. I said, give me the kid. And then a second kid came down. So I'm holding 2 kids at the time.
San Diego's police chief says more than 50 officers helped with evacuations. And this housing community is called Murphy Canyon. Officials saying it is one of the largest military housing communities in the world. So many military families impacted tonight. Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, San Diego.
Just a heartbreaking scene. Jacqueline, thank you for that update. We've had live coverage of the crash on the ABC 10 Plus TV streaming app since 7 this morning. Right now, you'll find the full update from the NTSB on the home screen. The app is free to download to your TV.